fast food or just out in general because you're not sure if you have the time or knowledge to make a home-cooked meal? Well, my name is Danielle and I'm here to show you how to layer lasagna, hopefully by saving some time and also saving you some money. Some materials that you're going to need today is your 13 by 9 inch pan. You're going to need at least 26 ounces of sauce. You're going to need 1 pound of ground hamburger meat. You'll need 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. You'll need also a half a cup of Parmesan cheese divided. This is also divided, by the way. And then you're going to need 2 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of basil, which you're going to pre-mix up in a bowl. Okay? You have that here. And then you're also going to need a package of lasagna noodles. You can also, to save you some time, you can get the pre-oven ready ones. And to save you some time, instead of buying 2 15 ounces, buy one big larger container of ricotta cheese that comes in the 2 pound. You'll save about 50 or 60 cents that way. Now to get started on layering our lasagna, we're going to start by putting some sauce on the bottom of the container. And we're going to do that by putting about 1.5 cups on the bottom here. And what that's going to do is that's just going to be the base, and that's going to keep your noodles from sticking. Okay? So you're going to spread that out nice and even on the bottom of the pan. Doesn't have to be perfect because as it bakes, it's all going to bake together. And you're going to start with a layer of noodles. Now, we're using the oven ready ones, so you're going to put them on here and you're going to remember they're going to expand a little bit, so they're not going to go from edge to edge of this pan, but they are going to bake and become larger. One other tip that you need to remember is to slightly overlap these. That way you're making one sealed layer. Once you have your sauce down in your noodles, you're next going to put your cheese. Now you always want to make the base of your lasagna thicker, so you're going to take half of your cheese mixture that you've pre-mixed, and you're going to put that in here. Takes just a little bit of time, and like I said, nothing has to be perfect. It's all just going to kind of cook together here. And then you're going to put in here 1/3 of your hamburger meat. So you're going to sprinkle this on in here. Now a quick thing to remember is when you're cooking this, a quick little tip is, you see how I have this potato masher here, this little guy. When you're cooking your hamburger meat, when you cook that, you just take that and press down and twist and turn. That's going to give you this nice crumbly look. Okay? So now we have our noodles, our cheese, and our hamburger meat. We're ready to start with another layer. So we're going to grab another layer of noodles. Again, just slightly overlapping them. And then we are going to put the rest of our cheese mixture on this layer. We want our base to be heavier. That way we're making a good solid foundation for our lasagna here. Now you'll notice that I'm using jarred sauce. That's going to cut down on your time. And it does tell you for this recipe to use 26 ounces of sauce, but I would suggest you to get the 64 ounce container. That way you have some to warm up and put on your lasagna after it's done baking. Okay? So you've got your noodles and your cheese again, and now you're going to do 1/3 more of your hamburger meat. Sprinkle this on here. And you're going to start with your 3rd and last layer. Okay? Now this layer is just going to have, just after your noodles, is going to be more meat and more sauce. Okay? So we are going to you're going to spread that out. And you're going to put the rest of your hamburger meat on there. Now if you've messed your layers up a little bit, you don't have them quite all in the same order, it's going to be okay. Just want to make sure that every layer has some meat, some sauce, and cheese. And then you're going to do your final topping. You're going to cover this with some mozzarella cheese and the rest of the Parmesan cheese. It doesn't matter which order you put it in because, like I said, it's all going to melt together. all done. The only thing you have to do now is you're going to cover this with tin foil. You're going to put it in a preheated oven at 425 for 1 hour. And you just want to remember when you take it out to check it, make sure that the noodles are tender. And if so, put the tin foil back on the oven, let it set for about 10 minutes until it cools a little bit, and then slice it. It's going to make it a little bit easier for the slicing and not have the cheese all and the layers coming all apart. Okay? Hopefully I've showed you today to make a home cooked meal with saving you a little bit of time and a little bit of money. Thank you.